Bring myself on in. So, hey everyone, how you guys doing? All right. So, hey. All right. So today I'm going to introduce you to a framework, simple one, really a mind map, I would rather call it. And so, for those of you who don't know me, I am Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach, and I am the host of the Content Creations and More Tips and More Facebook group. I help new solopreneurs, freelancers, and coaches get connected with their content by creating content, learning some tips, some trips, and a little extra things else that can help you in creating that content so that you can make better connections with your clientele, the ones that you have already, as well as the ones you soon will have, your prospects. And so today we're really going to be focusing this whole week, in fact, on social posting and things that you can be taking advantage of and making sure you're not missing the mark when it comes to types of social posts. So let's get started. I'm going to show my little image right here. Hold on one sec. Need a little air. Okay, there we go. All right, so today I'm going to introduce you to a concept I call E6, which is on social balance. And no, not balance. I kind of make it in a jokingly way that you do need to have balance, kind of like a little zen to your social media. And so how can you take advantage of? So we're just going to take parts each day and break it down so that you can start to create a new habit if you're not in the practice of doing just that. So that's what today is going to be all about. So let me bring up an image for you real quick, and then we're going to walk through it. All righty. Is start with E1. And E1 is going to be encourage. So E1 is encouraging types of social posts. And what are they? And then I'm going to walk through some examples of how you can put some together if you're not in the habit of doing these. The whole point is when you look at the framework itself, there's a balance to it. There are 6 equal parts. They each have value. They each can contribute. And the whole point is that you want to have representation in your social media posting repertoire and practice, is that you have even um, levels of content. You don't want to just be selling, selling, selling all the time. You got to be able to add value. That's where you're going to make the most of your connections. So today we're going to start up in the upper right hand corner. We're going to circle all the way around, or we may jump around. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so the first one is encouraging. So one of the things that you want to be able to do in this particular opportunity is how are you able to reach people on an emotional level? And so encouraging types of posts are the ones that are very simple to do and make a quick connection with them. In fact, one of the things that I've come to know about social posts, particularly with this particular category, is that strong social media strategies connect a brand and with their customers. And so what also happens is that it's a key way for you to do this through creating things like inspirational types of content, which is what can make those emotional connections with your followers and your customers. So it's even proven, in fact, that there's 4 ones that I put up there. There might even be more, but I just happen to put these together themselves. But even just a simple inspirational content will receive a higher engagement on social media than many others, believe it or not. So there's that to be said. Another thing about inspirational media is that it can basically make the connections and orient people to think things beyond themselves, um, so that something just more important than themselves. It just have take them to a deeper level for them to just simply think and bring um, a sense of expression and positive thoughts, and also to display kind of that, social behavior that we want to kind of uplift people at the same time. So there are four of them that I've come together for you guys. So one is inspirational quotes. And so inspirational quotes are real simple. They typically come from famous individuals, and maybe not even famous people as much as they may be thought-provoking expressions or ideas that people have shared and someone was able to capture. And it may resonate with you and what your particular circumstances are in any particular day. So there are inspirational quotes. And I'm going to share with you some quick websites that you can have access to as well. Another way to encourage your followers is to do um, depending again on the types of business or social representation that you do, scriptures. So depending again on your beliefs, if there are some scriptures that would also yield themselves to be of value to your followers, then certainly putting those together are great. Another one are um, testimonies. And the reason why I put testimonies here under the encourage is that when people can see that you have impacted other people, that's a level of encouragement. And so you certainly want to be able to share with people that you can make a difference in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So having a testimony either on your product or your services is also great. And then personal photos. So here again, personal photos, people like to see a personal side of the business. Let's be practical. So they want to have an assurance that they're not dealing with like a little corporate drone, and that they're just kind of interested in they want to have some personality in their business. And so sharing personal photos, um, either on your business account, social accounts, as well as on your personal accounts. But I'm going to speak to it from a business perspective. So you do want to make sure that you're showing yourself in some authentic way. And then it gives a sign that, again, you're a real person, and that makes more sense than anything, right? Because people want to know that there's a connection and that they can reach out to somebody and do things with. Obviously, you want to be able to share good pictures. You don't want to share inappropriate personal pictures. So again, your digital footprint is always important in whatever you're doing. So do be sure to um, be mindful of that. So it's not always a good idea to share everything on social media. So I do want to make sure you also understand that. So anyway, so encourage is our first social balance component for the week. So let's get to creating. Make sure I see something here. Oh. Oops. Okay. My notes get in the way. All right. So as I mentioned, we're going to go over. We have a couple different styles of social posts. So again, E1, encourage. So you have inspirational quotes. You'll have scriptures if they make sense. There's an opportunity for you to share your client testimonials, and then those personal photos. All four of those are just ideas. There could be more. Those are just the basics. Don't want to over um, complicate things. Keep it simple. All righty. Now, with that being said, what I thought I'd do is share with you a quick template so you guys can just get right to work. So Throughout the next couple of days, we're simply creating. We're not scheduling them yet. You're creating content so you can have a little bundle of joy that you're going to be able to then schedule. And then we'll talk about social scheduling and everything at the conclusion. So that way you'll have all your content kind of lined up and ready to schedule and post. And then we can talk about the different tools that you'll have available to you. So that's the other opportunity that you're going to have. So with that being said, I have created for you, and then I'm going to walk along with you. So here is where you can get a copy, a template of what I'm getting ready to show you. So you'll be able to go to Canva, just go to this link that you see here. I'll put it in the comments as well. Let me do that right now. This is going inside of the group, Facebook group comments, guys. So if you are not in the Facebook group, then I certainly encourage you to head on over there. Oh, where's my other? Hold on 1 second. Let me do that. Yeah, so you can head over here to smallbizsociety.com, and that's where you're going to be able to get links to all of the free templates that I'll be demoing each day of the part of the series. Okay, so head on over to smallbizsociety.com, and there you will get your links. So I'm going to populate this here inside of the group. So you guys have link to that. So voila. And let's go to the group. So there you go. So there's that. Pop that off. All righty. Now let's go to our posting. So we're going to go and create one of each. And I've created a template for you guys so that you don't have to start from scratch. I know that's one of the time-consuming things. So one of the things I thought I'd at least offer to you is, hey, keep it simple, give you a template, down and dirty. Ready to go? All right. So I'm going to go ahead here and share. So if you do not have a Canva account, which is fine. If you don't, you'll be needing to create one in order for you to utilize the templates I'm getting ready to share. So do know that it is a free one. And hold on, let me see if I can do this for you as well. There you go. I will pop this into my banners. If you want to, you can click on over. You can just go to bit.ly, right here, bit.ly/Dr. Yam Canva. Go over there and you'll be able to get your freebie account. It's on me. We'll talk about the advanced pro version a little later, but I do want you to just, if you don't already have it, get the free one. All right, so you'll do that. Now, let's head on over to the Canvas site, and I'm going to bring this up for you. All right, so what I decided to do, and you'll get one of these each day as I unveil each of the 6 components for your social balance, because I don't want you wobbling around when it comes to social media. You got to have your balance, so I want to make sure you do that. So I've created for you, I'm going to go inside of my screen itself. I created some quick templates. So remember, inspiration, personal photos, and what was my other one? Excuse me, my thing went out. Yeah, inspiration. Oh, client testimonies. That was it. All right. So what I created for you is one of each. So let's walk through them and then you'll be able to do it. So all you simply have to do, like I said, guys, is tap on this banner. Hold on. I got to go on the other side. You can simply go to Canva by clicking on this link, and this is the template that I've created for you guys, which you'll see right here. When you click on this link, you'll be able to make a copy because it's a template, but you'll be able to save a copy to your Canva account by simply going to the bit.ly/395BI06. I know it's a weird number. That's why I copy pasted it into the group, so you don't have to worry about trying to write it down. Okay? So for those of you who are in the group, if you're not in my group, like I said, jump on over to smallbizsociety.com. All right. Now, that being said, I'm going to pop on over to my page and be inside. So here's how I typically like to share when I do templates inside of Canva. I give it a good name, so you do have that here. See if it's bringing up, so you can be able to see my whole tab. Okay, so you'll see the name of it. It's called Keep It Simple, Social Balance, Encourage Template. Okay, and your screen may look a little different in mine because when I'm sharing it. So it will say make a copy, and then you simply do that, and then you'll be able to save it. Okay. So what I also did is, so page one is just that a simple quote. This just happened to be like a little note piece of paper tear off, and you put the quote that best represents who you are and what you're thinking, or at least in the theme of what your values are or what your business represents, things along those lines. You want to have some consistency when it comes to your quotes, that it's in representation to who you are, what your business is about as well. So mine is always about encouraging from the standpoint of getting up and doing and taking action. And so in this particular case, I found this particular quote. So sometimes later becomes never. Do it now. So there's an unknown person. Always give credit where credit is due, by the way, when you're doing inspirational quotes. You also want to brand it differently. So what I've created for you in this particular case is mine. So you can simply change the colors, click on the backgrounds, go over here, change your colors to your brand colors, or whatever you want to do, whatever razzmatazz you want to put on it. But again, I'm just keeping it simple because it's all about getting it done. Now, you also can simply click on the text box and edit the text as well. And of course, make sure you give credit where credit is due and give the author. And then you simply want to put your branding at the bottom, be it a logo or at least your web address, so that when other people find it and like it and share it, you'll be getting credit for it. And that's the main idea behind that. Now, here's something I also do for you. So I give each page a name, and then it's a little note. So here again, I put the same thing as what's in the slide, what the 4 components for encouragement are. And also, I even gave you a quick quote. It's called everydaypower.com. They actually have, like, each day they have different quotes that you can utilize. So if you're ever stuck on quotes, if nothing else, do something that has to do with the day of the week. Or in this case, Monday is motivational quotes. So it makes sense because it's about encouraging. But simply, you can utilize, depending on the day in which you're actually posting that inspirational quote, then do what makes sense. Okay. Now, this, again, we're just talking about it from a creative side of the house. So that's what's there for you, so you can utilize that. And there's also just a quick note as well. Okay. Now, scroll on down. Remember, another type of encouraging type of a social post is a testimony. So you want to be able to grab that testimony. This just happens to be a format that I happen to like, so I'm using that as an example, okay? And again, all you have to do, change out the person's picture, change out their name. Of course, you're going to give them 5 stars. They gave you a quote. And then give them a little title to that quote, if you can lift something up that makes sense, and then their quote itself. And again, branding. Always put your social media, a web address, or your logo, brand it however you see fit. That's consistent, and you're good to go. See how simple that was? So again, you want to put that out there and then put some relevant copy to it. So we're going to talk about copy on a different day. I'm not going to overwhelm you. I just want to get you to understand about on the creating side, just from the design perspective. We'll talk about copy a little bit as well, but I just wanted to give this up for today. Now, another one I put together is encouraging by personal photos. So I took this little ditty today, but here again is an opportunity. What are you doing right now? How are you feeling? Just saying hey to the group, those types of things, and posting this out here. Now, this particular template, by the way, is an Instagram layout. You can apply it and change the shape and put it in other social media as well and twist it up a little bit. So do know that you can do your resizing. But for right now, once you copy it and make it your own, then you can resize it for placing it in other ones. If you want to make it a story post, you can do that too. So maybe what I'll do is each day I'll do a different size So that way you'll kind of get a gist for that and get in the habit. But this happens to be in IG format. In fact, I will put IG in here just so it's clear as well. Always good to be clear. All righty. So in this case, just a little something I put together, my photo of me, be brave, because I have a bold, brave, and beautiful, beachy rather, mug, but every day. So always, again, words of encouragement. And so how are you demonstrating your words of encouragement to your followers? Just that simple, right? All right. Now, that wasn't that hard, was it? I didn't think so. Now, again, you can edit. Simply go over here, click on the backgrounds. You're able to change your colors by simply clicking on the background. Each of these are separate components, by the way. All of these are, right? They're just little abstracts. So you can click on any of them, change the colors, change the font to match your branding font, change the colors to match the colors that work best for you, all of that, okay? Change each one, just click and drag and change them out. You want to change it, make it purple, make it purple. The whole point is you now have 4 images that you can simply create by just making a quick edit, and you didn't have to do a lot of critical thinking, I like to call it. You didn't have to do no deep thinking. It was like, okay, find a quote, pop it in. The thing here is what we're also looking to do is creating some habits. That's part of what people struggle with the most is you just don't have habits or know enough. So now you'll have content creating done, check. You'll have a framework that you can follow, check. And then you're going to then be able to schedule and get into the routine. And then you can circle, repurpose these and recycle them each week. So now there's different, oftentimes you can post more than once in your social media. We'll talk more about frequencies and things, but this week is all about simple creations, just to stay on that line of thinking. And then we'll dig around and repurpose and take all this in and be able to put it into a schedule, and we'll talk about tools and all that other good stuff. But those are your freebies I'm gifting to you guys for today. So I hope you found that to be helpful. Now, that being said, get over here. I do want to, what I also thought I would do each day as we go through the 6-day series is let me share with you tools that you can explore and think about. Everyone thinks different. Everyone has different ideas about what tools work best for them. It's my job to bring forward to you the different types of tools that are available, and then you make the decision. I choose tools for what works for me in the way I think. I'm a much more linear thinker and much more visual. Some people would prefer a little bit more fluff, or they more text-based. It runs the gamut. There are also a lot of different tools out there, which is quite exciting at the same time. So there's that I always like to share with you. So there'll be that. So today, what I thought I'd do is share with you today's social media tool highlight, as I like to call it. So today's social media tools highlight is going to be Promo Republic. Now, I've been using this tool for at least 3 years, and I simply love it. And I'm going to share with you what it looks like, but you can go and try it out. And again, I'm going to pop this over into the group link as well for make it quick and down and dirty easy for you guys. I'll put that underneath. You'll see it in a moment. And this is going to be our social media tool highlight of the day. Okay, so now you'll have that, and that's also right there for you guys. I know I see you guys. Hey, how you doing? All right. Now, Now you have. So let me just, in fact, give you a quick tour of Promo Republic and why I particularly like it. Now, I will tell you, I do use multiple tools. I do it for a couple of reasons. One, I'm just that type of techie person. I love to explore and try out new things. And then sometimes, depending on the types of clients I'm either working with or the types of projects that I'm working with, and I do have multiple businesses. And so sometimes I like to keep my platforms kind of separate and dedicated. So there's a little bit of that thinking that goes behind all that. So just know that's how I think. But I thought, let me share some of the tools that I use that you may want to use for yourself. So Promo Republic is one. I'm going to stop sharing this piece right here for a second so I can bring you over to, let me sign in. Well, let me do this first, I think. Okay. There we go. All right, so let me share this with you guys. Share and Chrome and Promo Republic. There we go. All right. So this is the landing page. So when you click on that link, okay, and it is affiliate link. So I always like to be up front. It's an affiliate link. So which means, in case you don't know what affiliate means. So affiliate means that I'll give a little chump change for every little person that clicks on it and says, yeah, I'll buy. Anyway, what's most important though is there's a landing page that you get here. So it has a huge amount of solutions, but this is a tool for you to manage your social posts so that you can schedule ahead of time. And also you can really even create if you wanted to. But because it's not a free tool, I didn't want to start off by doing so. But you may find this to be just a thing that you want to use for yourself. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. But here's the thing I want you to know, since most of you in the group are solopreneurs, freelancers, and coaches, then here's the deal. You're going to come down here, you'll notice that it's a software for brands, for agencies, and even for small businesses. Now, it has a lot of functionality. It has the ability for you to do your social media calendar. You can create content. There. You can actually coordinate, meaning that if you're working in a team, then you can assign tasks and people can do things, which is also really great. I use that tool as well. You have an inbox messenger. So now you can actually look at the content that's going across in those conversations across the different platforms now. So they've really enhanced this quite a bit over the years. You also have analytics already built into it, which is awesome. And then if you want to, then now they even have a way for you to incorporate your ads management into the platform as well. So I don't know what to say, but that's pretty damn awesome if I don't say so myself. So there's those functionalities. Now, you have an ability if you wanted to, if you're more agency style, which most aren't, but you can do white labeling, which allows you to make your clients on their they can go in and feel as if they're using their own, but it's really your brand. So you have that. And then you also have an ability to create content inside, which is really, really great. I wanted to see, there was a little button. There was a link. Let me see something here. I think it might be, let me go to the pricing because that might be under the pricing. So here, under the price plans, you're going to see standard, professional, and enterprise. I want you to scroll past that and I want you to come on down and you're going to see solo plan for solopreneurs. See, I got you covered, guys. I always got your back. So here you can get all of those features and functions for $9 a month. That's actually cheaper than Canva, by the way. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Or $100 for the year. You cannot beat that. Now, the only limitation is that you only have 3 social accounts, which is probably more than enough for many of you. And then again, you get your social media calendar, you can post, you get your content suggestions, which I'll show you what that looks like. They give you all the ideas. The great thing about Promo Republic is how there's so much content in there, and they give you all these ideas. You never have to worry about, I don't know what to post. They've got you covered. And great suggestions, and also great designs all in templates already created for you. Again, do just like what I did, make a couple of tweaks, and booyah, you are good to go. So there's that opportunity. So make sure that you do scroll down and try the social, I'm sorry, the solopreneur option. And again, you can start for free and then you can go into the paid option. So that's one tool that you'll have an opportunity to take into consideration. Let me see if I can sign in real quick, just so you can see the inside. It's gonna let me do it or not. Let's see. Yeah. I'm not in my right Facebook. Okay, hold on. Okay. It's gonna make me do all of that. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes it disconnects and then it makes you connect again. I don't know. It does these things. All right. So once you're in, that's the most important thing. Give it a sec and voila. All right. So here, what you're going to find, I have two different accounts, so bear with me. So here's what you'll be able to see. Up at the top, you can have your calendar. You have an opportunity, which is what this view is right here. So if I wanted to, I can go back to prior weeks, right? If there's some blanks, it's probably because I ended up doing social posts from someplace else based on what I was trying to do. But here's your pages. So each one of your social posts is a page, okay? And then you get to put yours, you can create simply by going to a date and posting it. So this is your calendar view. So you get to see all the past social posts at a glance. You just are able to turn on multiple pages. So if you had your Instagram post and you wanted to show your Facebook post and you wanted to see what you put on LinkedIn and you wanted to see what you put on Twitter, you can view them all at the same time. This is the great thing about social media tools, is that for management purposes. So you can plan things out ahead of time, which is the reason behind creating all this content this week. It's just that we're just creating, and then we'll talk about how do you schedule, and then the tools that you'll want to try out at the same time. So there's a method to my madness. All right. Here you have post ideas. So very similar to Canva, although they kind of organize their information a little differently, which I kind of like, by the way. So here there's things like upcoming events. So they know by the days, sometimes they'll capture those, national days of. So like here, World Water Day, right? So on World Water Day, so that is a layout that you could simply click on, just like I just did. And then you can choose, well, where do you want to post it? And then you can go here and make a quick edit. And then you can brand it, change the color, maybe even change the photo if you want. But again, notice you're not starting from scratch. That's the most important thing. So you simply make your edits. You can put different backgrounds. You can choose the different objects and your text. Again, very similar. I'm not going to train you in Promo Republic today, but you also can upload images and files, whatever you like. Here's the nice thing too. It starts as an Instagram post, but let's say, for instance, you say, well, I really want to make it a story, quick and down and dirty, change the format and say, here's Instagram story, and then make the necessary adjustments for you to make the edits and taking the photos and the text and doing the layouts as you so choose. And then again, once you're done, you can save it. Now you can just download it if you wanted to put it someplace else. So you can do that as well. Or if you just say use it, then what's going to happen is that it's going to come back into the editors, into the scheduling mode. And there is where you're going to decide, okay, now that you've done your design, how will you, what's your next step in that? So forgive me one second. There we go. And then you choose, here's where you'll put your copy, right? And then I'm making this as a test. And then here you can schedule it as in the specific date and a time. You can just publish it right away, Or there's a space here that's called add to the queue, which is allows you, like you may have some designated slots and times for each of your social posts. This is where it can get really like down to the dirt, nitty gritty. And you're able to say, when I create something, pop it in the queue. So if you've got 3 times that you're posting to Twitter and you're creating content, it's just going to land right there. Boom, 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 inside the next queue. Whatever's open is going to populate it in there. So there's different ways that you're able to utilize the platform. So it has some real power to it. So just kind of know those are some of your options. And then so those are your options right there. The other thing you have is, like we were already in the editor, then you have your statistics and you have your services. So it's really nice. I'm gonna go back here to the post ideas real quick, just to show you one other functions that I really like. Because so now some of us are not creative, as we like to think that you're not. You don't have to be. You do need to see what is appealing and what works best for you and your target audience that you're trying to make connections with. But here's the thing, they have all of these categories across the top. You cannot go wrong. Here is recommended for you. They even broke it down by categories. So they'll say, well, here are posts, topic matters that are by all these different industries: art, leisure, marketing, religion, sports, tech, all of that, spirituality. So if I chose spirituality, then look what is going to come up. I could simply rummage through here, or you can also use the key search word and find subject matter, social post designs already done. All you have to do is add a little tweak to it. So I really find that this particular tool is very, very useful, and it saves you a lot of time. So you're not staring at a blank screen all the time. So do know that. So there's that ability. And then up here, if you want animated, you can look for stories. So they're already laid out for stories. So that's a new feature and function. So now they see how those are all laid out. Here's quotes. So what? You don't even have to go to the quote section. They got all the quotes here for you. You can even type in the keyword for the quote. They'll find something for you they already created. If not, take the design of the quotes that are here and add your own. That's what your editing is for. So really, really great. Here's another great thing: articles. Now, we'll talk about this in one of the other elements, but so remember, you're always looking about adding value. So you have an opportunity even here to utilize some functionalities as well. And then here are some things that are specifically for Pinterest. There's things that are designed specifically for LinkedIn, and there's more. So they're increasing and adding and enhancing their site all the time. Love it, love it, love it. So just wanted you to kind of get a quick peek, but try it out, explore, see what you find. And again, I'm going to be dropping different ones throughout the week so that you'll have an opportunity to decide. Oh no, I got something. Okay, hold on. Something just got disconnected. Oh, I think I see what happened. Sorry, I hope I didn't mess up, but I think this is why I also streamed it to YouTube. Yeah, sorry about that. Beautiful destination has reconnected. Okay, so if any of that got missed, I apologize. I so apologize. I will put up the YouTube for the full one, but this is why I always stream to multiple streams, because I messed up when I logged in here. I switched out on the Facebook group site, so I apologize for that, guys. But I was just giving a quick demo on the Promo Republic, so my apologies for that. Alrighty. All right, so that is Promo Republic. That is your tool of the day for social media posting. When we think about content creations, tips, and more, social media is one of the most prevalent ones that everyone is using. The question is, are you doing it with intentionality, and are you having balance? So part 1 was for today. Don't forget, you can get your template inside of Canva, and encourage. That's what today's social balance component is all about. Don't forget, you want to create inspirational quotes. You can use scriptures. You can use client testimonies and personal photos. Anything that you feel that'll help to keep your audience uplifted and connecting. So this is how you're able to bring social media balance to your content creation routine. I'm Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach. It's been my pleasure to have you guys join me today. And if you have any questions, always feel free to head on over to the Small Biz Society, where you can, over in our Facebook group, the Content Creation Tips and More. That's where you'll be able to find me. And just make sure I have that. There we go. And if nothing else, do know that you can always direct message me as well. So without any further ado, let me make sure. Yeah. Okay. Smallbizsociety.com. Always visit over at my website, keepitsimplecoach.info. And again, if you don't have anything else, I'm going to let you guys go. It's time to get busy. All right. Take it easy. Bye-bye.